I'd say we've encapsulated our 16-game season in one match. Moments that were really good and really on top of things and in control, and then moments where we're vulnerable and make easy mistakes that at this level you can't make because you get punished. So obviously, I always try to look at the positives, and I really like a lot of the things that we're able to accomplish, and certainly the men in the team. But it's just in a lot of moments when we're in control of matches, we can't seem to stay on top of the match. But in the second half, at 2-2, we were really good, really good. And the reason we got the lead to go to 3-2 was because we were on top of the match. And then, we right now, we give leads up so quickly, whether it's Bournemouth 1-0, whether it's Liverpool 1-0, whether it's now every time that we got the lead today, we found a way to give it up. So we've got to find a way to be more stable defensively and now handle moments in matches.
So Jesse, at 3-2, when you're back in control of the scoreline, you make the change, but you looked more vulnerable after that. What happened there? What went wrong for you?
Well, we make a mistake almost right away, right? Like, we can't headball. Like, we know that they're going to push. We know that they're going to spread the back line out and put more numbers along the back line. So then we decide to go 5-4-1, which we've done a lot, and we've been stable in those moments. But then a ball comes in the box, and we head it down right to Højbjerg at the top of the box, and we're not closing from the other side. I mean, for me, that's not about tactics. That's about giving it to the opponent at the wrong moment. So, yeah, that was that was hard to swallow at that moment that we gave the game away.
And Jesse, there was a bit of controversy. I suppose they all say the same for Leeds' third goal. But what was your take on what happened with Ian Nelly when Harry Kane scored? I mean,
That's a foul. That's a foul. It's a foul.
Has anything been said to you about that? Because
The fourth official says to me, "Yeah, I think it's a foul," and I go, "Okay, good." Then it's going to go to VAR, and then they don't even look at it. But again, I mean, what am I going to do? Freak out like I did in Brentford? I mean, then they're going to throw me out, and I'm going to be the guy who's in the wrong, which is incredible, right? What's in the wrong is that it's not a foul. And by the way, they told us at the beginning of the year also that for our third goal that they weren't going to go so far back. And I'm not even sure that's a foul, but they said they're not going to go far back in moments to re-referee. Yeah.
The Man City game. But going into the break, that's one that you consider. What's your thoughts now?
My thoughts are that we have a good team and that we're improving in matches and that we're finding ways to be good for more stretches in matches. But when we have lapses tactically and with behaviors, we are vulnerable. And in the end, we're still fighting making sure that guys are on top of principles at all times. When they're tired, when the opponent is good, when we stick to our principles and when we stick to our tactics, we control matches. I don't care who it's against. So obviously coming out of the break, a big focus. Well, going into working will be about finding ways to win matches that we're on top of and not give them away. And then it's a huge test against Man City at home coming out of the break. So it won't be easy. Will be a tough start to coming out of the break, but we've got to recharge and find a way to get better.
Graham?
Spurs targeted your left a lot all afternoon. Was that a concern at the break, and what did you do to try and solve that?
Well, I think, I don't know if we pressed them to our right, and then they could, one of the things they try to do is go right to left, left to right. But because we weren't closing our team, especially in the sixth position, it meant that Coops had to step out with Harry Kane more, which we didn't want to do, and then it opened up a combination that got them out to our left side. So we tried to make that adjustment at halftime. It was one of the reasons we went 4-3-3 instead of 4-2-3-1. But then, again, it comes down to lapses in tactical concentration when we're vulnerable, and we can't have that. We can't have that.
Do you think fatigue played any part in the last stage?
No, I think inability to execute.
Darren?
Willie Nonto, is he okay? Why did he come off the ball?
Yeah, it was partly the tactical change, right? That we felt like we wanted to go to more 4-3-3 instead of 4-2-3-1.
When you saw those warning shots from Kulusevski, he was clearly coming more and more into the game in those last 10, 15 minutes. What were you trying to do to try and solve that problem?
Yeah, by playing 5-4-1, what we can do is now double down on the wing and still have numbers in the box. So it's too easy to get crosses in the box, and then it's not a good enough defending in the box. So, but this is what we've seen from us, right? We give up too many moments where we don't defend the wing aggressive enough, and we give the opponent too much space, and then we don't defend in the box well enough. So we've got to find, and again, when we go 5-4-1, the reason we do that is to specifically take care of that problem.
Phil?
This lapses and mistakes, how do you make a difference to that, and how do you change it?
We have to we have to stay on top of the discipline and the behaviors, and continue to reiterate what we need and what it needs to look like, and how, not that we do it 90% of the time, but that we do it 100% of the time. That is the key. That is the key.
Are you tempted to alter something with the defence, though, structurally or positionally?
Well, we do all the time, Phil, right? Today we play 4-2-3-1, we play 4-3-3, we play 5-4-1. And it's always about trying to take what the opponent's trying to do, but stick to our principles, and then make sure that we're addressing what's necessary, and also still being effective with what we want to do with the ball. So, and we've created more flexibility and more clarity, and that's the reason why at 2-2 we're in control of the match, is because tactically we were on top of things, right? And then when it slips, we tactically are not.
Stuart?
Jesse, what sort of work do you have to do then to double down on that concentration and that discipline?
Continue in training to emphasize the important elements, right? And we've gotten better. We've gotten better, and it's a reason why we've been able to flip the script a little bit in our season. But for me, it's a lot of times we just make mistakes that we shouldn't be making. And then it stems often for me from the fact that we're not fully committing to tactically and behaviorally what we want to achieve. So we've just, again, this is a process of trying to stay on top so that the players can at all moments understand how to handle everything. And we're getting closer. We're getting closer, but we still find ways to punish ourselves.
And is it too easy an excuse to say that this will happen with a young team?
No, but it's also a reality, you know, and we need to just continue to build the infrastructure of how we want to play, and then continue to mature to understand what the league is, what the best opponents are, you know. So again, I in some ways you could feel like it's why I say the game is a mimics the season. It's moments where we look really good, and then it's moments where we look really vulnerable. And it happens in over a 90-minute span, and it happened over the last 16 matches.
We'll take a last question over here.
What do you think of him today in the first half, and what do you think of his experience in starting his first Premier League game without him?
In general, we really like Willie. I think his mentality to improve, his understanding of tactics, his intelligence, they're all at a really high level. So for a young player, he doesn't play like a young player, which is great to see. So, you know, again, he was really effective coming from the bench against Bournemouth. I think he was also good in this match. But when we looked at the fact that we needed to make some tactical changes, we thought that made the most sense to take him off.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.